Hi everyone, Ange Gennard here, your Scentsy director, and this video is going to be about the opportunity that Scentsy has provided us in doing fundraisers. So there are a few different options when you want to do fundraisers, so I want to cover a couple of different things in this video. The main idea behind fundraisers is that we are donating our commission from our sales back to an organization, individual, whoever we're deciding to fundraise for. The first thing that we have to do when planning a fundraiser is make sure that we get in contact with the organization that we are planning on raising funds for and let them know that we're going to be doing that and get their permission. That is stated in your Scentsy policies and procedures, so it's something that we're required to do before we start the fundraiser. So now that you've decided who you're going to be doing a fundraiser for, it's going to be easier to determine what type of fundraiser to do. So the first type of fundraiser is essentially like a basket party. You could do it like a home party, you could do a vendor show, anything along those lines. The main idea is you're going to collect all of your orders, you're going to put them through as a party, look at what your PRV was on that order, calculate your commission, and then you're going to donate that amount back to that person or organization. So basically, this works better if you have adults working with you that can go out and collect orders, or of course, if you're doing a vendor show that's a fundraiser, you can just donate a portion of all your sales that day back to the fundraiser. Now, what percentage of your commission you're going to donate back is entirely up to you as a consultant. Of course, if you're an essential consultant, you're only making 20% commission, so it's impossible for you to donate 25% of your sales unless you want to put money out of your pocket back towards that fundraiser, which of course you absolutely can. However, if you are an essential consultant who's making 20% commission and you want to donate 15% of that commission, again, that is completely your call. If you're certified or higher, you can donate 25% commission. And again, if you have an agreement with the organization that if their sales reach a certain level for the fundraiser, which would get you your sales bonus for the month, meaning you have over 2,000 PRV, then you can donate 30% of your commission. So that is a great incentive to offer that organization. If they can get you X amount of dollars in sales, then they will receive a larger chunk from the fundraiser than they would if they only reached a number that's lower than that. Now, if we're doing a fundraiser for a school or a children's sports team or Boy Scouts or anything along those lines, that's going to get a little bit tricky to hand out to a group of 20 or 200 students catalogs and order forms and explain to them how they need to calculate shipping costs and taxes, and they need to carry around a float to make change for people. That can get really confusing and really messy, and it's not something that schools would be really likely to jump on board to get their students doing. So the alternative to the first type of fundraiser is a Scent Circle fundraiser, which totally can be modified. You could do a car bar fundraiser, you could do a buddy clip fundraiser, anything like that. So I'm going to show you a few forms that you can tweak and prepare and make however is going to work for you and for that particular fundraiser to kind of give you an idea on how that works. Okay, please bear with me. This paperwork is from Scent Circle fundraisers that were done in the fall-winter catalog, so they all need to be changed and updated to reflect current scents that we offer in this catalog. So this first form is just a very basic Scentsy fundraising contract. So on it we have the name of the organization, the contact information, your fundraiser start date, your fundraiser end date, and the fundraiser goal. And then you're just going to list details in here, as in your organization is guaranteed 20% profit from product sales, which is equivalent to $5 for each 6-pack of Scent Circles sold. So that's just an example that I'm going to show you. This paperwork goes for a fundraiser that is only selling 6 packs of Scent Circles. So your donated check will be issued to your organization by this date. You fill in that blank. Because I donated my commission to your organization, it is imperative that I receive a receipt for my donation no later than 10 days after you receive your check. So you're going to have yourself as well as the organizer for the fundraiser from that organization sign and date that. The reason we want to get a receipt is because when we donate our commission, it's the same as when we donate prizes or make samples. We can use these receipts come tax time. Okay, so this next form is something that you're going to want to bring for your meeting when you're presenting the idea of the fundraiser, and you can include it into the individual student packets if you want to as well, because it's very motivating to see how much money that your organization actually can earn if you put some work into it. So it kind of looks like this. And we have this nice little chart here, and it shows us at the top the number of Scent Circles packs that they would sell, and then the number of students that are participating. So you just follow along the grid and it shows you how much money you could earn with this fundraiser. For example, if we had 100 students who sold 15 six-packs of Scent Circles each, the organization would get back $7,500. So in a school setting, like, that's absolutely doable, and it's a really, really great way to raise a lot of funds really, really easily. So I'm going to stop right here with the paperwork and explain how we kind of get those numbers on how much money the organization can earn, and how we keep everything nice, really round numbers, so it's easy for students to collect the orders, as well as not have to carry a whole bunch of change around and be figuring out taxes and shipping. So essentially what has been done is you look at the cost of a 6-pack of Scent Circles, figure out the tax and shipping with 10% shipping, because you're assuming that it's going to be going in as a qualifying order. You're going to round that amount up, so we're charging $25 for a 6-pack of Scent Circles. And with the commission earned at 25% commission, as well as the additional funds from rounding that up, for every 6-pack sold, the organization is going to receive back $5. So on paper, they're collecting $25, they're getting back $5. That looks like a 20%, when in reality we're donating 25% of our commission on top of the change that's been rounded up. Okay, so we've had our meeting with the school, the sports team, whoever we're raising funds for. They agree this sounds like a totally awesome idea. They want to get this on board. Okay, now what do we do? So we need to figure out how many participants we have and prepare an individual fundraising packet for every single one of those students. So it's going to cost us a little bit of money and materials, but it's really not a big deal, because think about all of the customers that are going to get your name in their hands when they receive their product with your labels on it. That's who they're going to call to reorder. They know that you help their school out, you help their organization out. So again, they're more likely to come to you because now you've built that relationship with them. Okay, so for every single student, the way that I'm doing it is a brown envelope like this, and on the front of it I am putting a copy of this sheet. So basically it says, I'm participating in Circles for a Cause fundraiser. For only $25 you get 6 Scentsy Circles. Our organization will earn $5 from each 6-pack sold. And then it goes on to list scent choices. There's a picture of the Scent Circles, and it gives 10 ways to use Scent Circles. So for people who don't know Scentsy and maybe aren't that familiar with the product, it's really eye-catching, it's great, it gives people ideas, encourages them to buy it. So we don't want to list all 90 plus Scent Circle options that we have in the catalog. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go through, you're going to select kind of a couple from each category, our top sellers, some new stuff, and you're going to list a limited amount of choices for them. Now inside this envelope, you're going to have a personalized letter for this specific fundraiser. So dear parent guardian, dear Boy Scout, Girl Scout, whoever it may be, thank you for participating in my Scentsy fundraiser. Kind of a general description of how it's going to work. They're going to go around collecting money for 6-packs for $25. They're going to have an order form in there. I'm going to show you that in a second. And here's the really great part. In this personalized letter, you can really, really motivate this organization to raise as much funds as possible. So as I said earlier, you're going to collect all these orders and you're going to enter them into your workstation under a party. Well, with a party, we all know that we're going to get free items and half-price items. So what we can do with this is offer some incentives. We can do this a couple ways, whatever we think is going to work best for that organization. So for example, if you were doing an entire school, you could do the top sales from each class gets a prize. Or you could do, for every X amount of Scent Circle packs that you sell, you can receive one of these. So you could do a buddy clip, you got to play around with your workstation, see what kind of rewards you're going to get based on what kind of sales, and you can make your incentives accordingly. So sell this much, get this prize. Sell this much, get this prize. And that'll really motivate the kids to kind of get out there and sell that, because not only are they going to be making funds for their organization, with kids don't really probably fully understand what that's about, and they understand a lot better, like, oh, I'm going to get this free buddy clip, or I'm going to get whatever for doing a really great job, right? So kids love prizes, and we're going to use that to our advantage and really get them out there working for us, because who's going to say no to a cute little kid who's coming up and saying, hey, do you want to help my school out and buy some Scentsy? Yes, please. Okay, so our order form. Like this. Scent circle at the top. We really should update this to like a newer, nicer logo. I'm not really tech savvy. These were nicely handed over to me, and I just had to tweak a couple things. So of course, by all means, if you're good on the computer, you can make all of these forms totally personalized however you want. Just make sure your contact information is everywhere and you're good to go. So across the top, we have those scent choices that we already pre-selected. Total cost paid $25. On this side, you're going to have two lines with an example at the top. I know it's kind of hard to see with that green highlighter, but it just says example, Jane Doe, phone number, and address. So you're going to have space for a few orders here. They can just go through and check how many from each scent that they want to make their 6-pack, and that they've paid their $25. At the bottom, number of sets sold, total amount of money collected. Over on this side, you have your participant information, so student name, class number, or however it needs to be organized for that particular thing. At the bottom here, it just states that payment is due when ordering. The cost of each 6-pack of scent circles is $25, which includes the tax and the shipping. Questions, contact, put your own contact information down there. Completely up to you what payment forms you want to take. If you want to take personal checks, that's fine. I would recommend that you wait until all of those checks clear in the bank before you place the order, just so that you don't have things coming back and then you're out stuck with that product and it kind of messes up all your numbers. Or you can just strictly do cash. I would suggest strictly to do cash with something so large. Again, though, totally your call, and it's your business to run how you see fit. Okay, so a few of you might be wondering why you want to do all of this work to set up these huge fundraisers if essentially you're donating all of the money that you're making back from it, and you have to put some money out into supplies. Well, as I mentioned before, like, you're going to have all of these contacts. So if you have hundreds of students out there, they all have your names, their parents all have their names, and everybody that they have approached to buy scent circles from, now they also have your contact information as well. Not only that, there's a wonderful thing called karma, and it's always just like a wonderful thing to help out your own community, and the fact that you can do that while doing something that you love anyway is just wonderful. You do have the potential to get yourself a sales bonus for the month. So if you are donating 25% of your commission and that fundraiser happens to get you to over 2,000 PRV for the month with your other orders or just with that order combined, then now you're making 30% commission this month, which is always a nice bonus. And just to finish off this video, I want to share a really inspirational story, and I'm sure that it's going to be okay with her because she's just a rock star. So I have the privilege of knowing some amazing, amazing women through working Scentsy, and just recently I watched one of those amazing women promote from lead consultant all the way up to director in 1 month because of Scentsy Fundraisers. She poured her heart and soul into it, and she got fundraisers in a couple of different places, and she worked them super, super hard. And that, along with her teammates, got her the GWV that she needed to promote all the way up to director from lead. So essentially anything is possible with fundraisers. It's totally worth it. I would look on Kijiji, find some organizations that might be doing other kind of fundraisers, or just look in the yellow pages and reach out to things that would be of interest to you personally that you would want to help. So we have this wonderful opportunity with Scentsy. I don't know why we wouldn't take advantage of it. Please feel free to reach out to me or your sponsor or anyone from your team at any time if you have any other questions. Email me through my website, Angeguenard, angeguenard.scentsy.ca, and I can send you links for all of the files that I have shared with you today, and you can just change them up and personalize them with your info, and you're good to go. All right, everyone, thanks, and we will chat soon.